Snap Inc. is in the gutter after their earnings reported missed revenue, missed daily active user growth, and also net losses of $2.2 billion, which included the $2 billion in stock compensation from the IPO. And personally, I invest in long-term after a volatile earnings session like this because sometimes the stock was going to be much cheaper. And this is exactly what I did. I purchased 100 shares of Snap Inc. at a price of $18.76. This was the morning after their earnings. And I think this is a cheap price for Snapchat. They were down, this is down like almost 25%. So I got it at this price. I'm happy with it. And I'm happy to own equity in a company that I actually know their financials now. So I also made 2 options positions. I sold 2 puts at a $15 strike price for January of 2018. And I received a $1.50 premium for that. A put option makes the seller of the put option liable to purchase the stock at the strike price. So in my case, if Snap went down below $15, I would be liable to purchase the stock at $15. And why did I do this? So there's a few situations that can happen in here. The first situation is the positive situation, and this is if the stock remains above $15. If the stock remains above $15, I earn $150 per contract. And I sold 2 contracts. So I would earn $300 if the stock price remains above the $15. The second situation is if the stock price goes below $15. If it goes below $15, I will be liable to purchase 200 shares at the $15 strike. Now, because I received the premium on a per share basis, $1.50 per share, the stock would need to go below $13.50 for me to actually start losing money on the position. And even if I started losing money on the position, I would be happy to own Snapchat at $13.50. So the situation here is I either get $300 or I own Snapchat at $13.50. This is a win-win for me because I am comfortable with owning Snapchat long term. And I'm comfortable with owning them long term for 3 reasons. The first reason ties into the fierce competition that they're facing from Facebook with, Instagram stories, a literal copy of their Snapchat stories. Instagram stories came out recently and has more daily active users than Snapchat, around 40 million more. And why does this not worry me as a long-term investor? It does worry me because yes, Facebook, the largest social media platform, is coming after them. However, Snapchat still saw exceptional daily active user growth quarter to quarter, 8 million specifically compared to the 10 million estimate. So regardless of the miss, regardless of Facebook taking maybe some of their users, it was still good growth, and they can always improve growth. If the largest social media company comes and copies their product, well, it's a very good product. So who says Snapchat cannot make another valuable product like this? Who says? One of the reasons that also could be behind the missed daily active user estimate was because the CEO, Evan Spiegel, did not want to growth hack. And he wants to grow users over a longer period of time because this makes the user much more valuable to Snapchat as the app. Growth hacking is a term used when apps send notifications to get users into the app to count as a daily active user. And personally, I don't like this when apps try to get me into their app just because I haven't been on in 24 hours. Facebook participates in growth hacking. Maybe it's because they need to reach certain analyst estimate. Snapchat showed me that they're not worried about reaching the analyst estimate and they're not going to force unnatural user growth. The next reason is the innovation just surrounding the camera company. So while their app lacks some proprietary nature, their hardware combined with the software is where the ball game is, and this is my perspective on it. Spiegel would not call it a camera company for no reason. It foreshadows what they want to do, and which is create a new strategy for business, a camera strategy. And Spiegel literally says in the earnings call, and now I think with Snap, with our company, we believe that everyone is going to develop a camera strategy because I think we really help people understand how valuable the camera is because it's really the center of everything that we do. Spectacles was the first test of this. It is a failure in many ways. I don't deny that. In quarter 4, it brought $4 million in revenue and $8 million in quarter 1. What I do care about is that they tried it. They tested the hardware. And Spiegel likes to surprise and also test hardware themselves. So what's in the future for them? Well, I think that they have the potential to make a more powerful camera come out that will be linked to Snapchat. A camera like GoPro's camera, which is a very high quality camera. And there's a potential there. So I want to apply my own chance of being a part of that potential. And the last reason boils down to how they're getting their revenue, because revenue is extremely important. So Q1 revenue jumped 286% to around 149 million. And this is low, it is weak, and it also missed the estimate. But regardless, I can be critical of their lack of revenue, but I can't be critical that it still grew, and it was also their first quarter as a public company. So next quarter, I think, is going to be the test. Their ad platform, which is self-serving, which will be the primary source of revenue, rolls out in June, which is the end of Q2. And after the Q1 earnings and Snap falling, this gave me the opportunity to buy it at a cheap price and then potentially reap the benefits of Q2 and Q3, which will have the self-serve ad platform's revenue in. And this is what I'm looking forward to. I see many different perspectives on Snap Inc. Each one has a valid approach that I also consider, but regardless of those, I'm still confident in my own position. And I think what we can all take away from that is, if you face opposition in your own idea, you better be confident in your own valuation to fight that opposition. So that was the video. I hope you liked it. I'm looking forward to how Snapchat's going to do this year. Comment below if you are bullish or bearish on Snapchat. And look out for Sunday's video analyzing a company. It's going to be a surprise, so make sure you look out for that.